Okay, gang, Shawn Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center. A question I get a lot when I'm giving my instruction, I notice there's a few preconceived notions that prevent some of my students from performing. And one of these that I want to touch on today is keeping that elbow close to the body, right? We talk about, oh, we got to put head covers underneath the armpits, and we want to keep the elbows close to the body. Okay, so let me address a few of the tips that you get from the Golf Channel or from golf magazines or from golf books and things like that. Many of these tips are in reaction, I call them knee-jerk reactions, right, to other things that are out of place in the golf swing. I'll give you an example. Somebody doesn't use their lower body in the backswing and can't finish the backswing with the arms. So what happens now is that the arms can't go any further, so they start to lift. And inevitably, that right arm starts to disconnect itself from the body in a major way and starts affecting other aspects of the swing, like the grip. So when the right arm moves away, you'll find that the grip gets dislodged as well, gets pried off the golf club. And then you end up with little rub spots all over your gloves and your hands, and you're wondering, why is my pinky so sore? Well, if this keeps coming off and the pinky starts rubbing all the time, it's hard to be aware of all these body parts at the same time. It's pretty much impossible. So then you end up with a wear spot in your pinky. You don't know where that came from, okay? So let's look at a simple throw, right? So if a baseball pitcher is throwing, he's not going to keep that elbow close to the body, right? Looks pretty silly, doesn't it? So it's the same thing when I'm skipping a stone on water. I'm not trying to keep my elbow close to my body. That won't work, right? So the arm is wide so that the elbow can lead. So you'll notice when I'm throwing that, right? In slow motion, the elbow comes in. See how the elbow leads? See how the hip clears? And see how the release is out here. This is all done very much naturally. So keeping my elbow close to my body would put a big fat wrench into the spokes of that system, wouldn't it? Okay? So we have to watch out. The knee-jerk reaction to that would be here. Whereas the true nature, the true cause of this was lack of turn in the backswing. When we get more turn in that backswing, the arms can stay wide and in front of us. So you notice where my elbow is. The elbow is away from my body, so now in the downswing, it has a chance to lead and therefore, have that also valuable lag through the shot, okay? So the other thing too is when you toss the arms wide, you'll feel at address, right? If I take my address position, very solid through the hips, knees, and ankles, my arms and my club are hanging from my shoulders. If I were to push up against this mat here, right, I feel like everything is solid. My armpits are connected to my body. But that's going to be happening through impact as the arms have fallen back down, right? So it's toss, and then gravity and inertia levitates the arms up. And you'll feel that it's not lunged out of position. If I was in a tug of war, when I'm in this position here, I'm pretty much a goner, right? So I feel a certain connection. Although my shoulders, right, my armpits aren't really connected to my rib cage, it feels like my shoulders are in a very strong position. So it's toss, right? Let inertia keep it wide, but your shoulders stay in their anatomical position, not lunged out of position with a rounded back, right? And that puts you in a very powerful position to pull those arms back and through the shot into a beautiful extension out here, where again, if you keep those head covers underneath your armpits, where's your extension going to be? You'll most likely develop a chicken wing more than anything else, okay? So if you use the body to toss the arms and give your arms to gravity, give your arms to that centrifugal force, look at that hammer throw video. If you go to my website at ShawnClementGolf.com, go to There's YouTube analogies, and you'll see the hammer throw in there. You'll see how these hammer throw competitors in the Olympics, and just an unbelievable motion that they have. You know, there's all this inertia pulling, and you see how they're resisting or positioning their bodies to circumvent or resist that inertia, right? Same thing here. So it's toss, whip. So I'm not trying to keep my arms close. I'm not trying to keep my arms away from my body. I'm letting gravity do the whole thing. There you have it. I hope that was helpful.